Hey everybody, Pages MMA Dad, Rich Finaldi here, your number one transformational coach and speaker for the what? The corporate burnout. That's right, man. Oh, I got a story for you today, and it's all about storytelling. Like I said, when you're building your brand, you're building your presence, your trust, your love of others, right? You gotta tell the story. So here's a good one from the Corporate Burnout Chronicles, right? about I want to say about 6 years ago, I was working at a company, right, with a very bad micromanaging boss, right? This guy, I dealt with him, just to give you a little quick backstory, I dealt with him for about a year. This guy was such a micromanager. He used to have a status meeting once a week with everybody, and then another meeting with each and every individual person by his desk talking about the same goddamn thing, okay, the same thing. Overkill, micromanaging, crazy, right? So what ends up happening about after a year, I would sit with him at the desk, and he would literally get nasty with me. He would threaten me with being fired, and sometimes he actually cursed at me. And I said, I'm not going to take this crap, but don't talk to me like that. And he would take it. He's like, you're right, I'm wrong, right? This literally happened, everybody. There is no romanticizing this story. This happened as I am telling it. Okay. Hey, Andrew, what's up? So what ended up happening was this. One time he's like, you know what? Blah, blah, blah. We got into a fight at his desk with his little chair next to his desk. You know, I felt like he was the judge and I was sitting on the stand. You know what I mean? So what ended up happening was this. He's like, whatever. Let's go down to HR right now. I'm like, oh my God. Because he said something so crazy just because I took one laptop from a different stock to set it up for somebody, whatever, some crazy bull, okay? He's like, you know what, we're going down to HR, and like, don't talk to me like that. What are you talking about? Okay, make a long story shorter, we are arguing, literally cursing at each other all the way from his second floor office all the way down to HR. Guess what? We didn't get to HR. He was telling me, oh, you do this wrong, you do that wrong. I did anything and everything to make him happy. And I'm telling you, everybody, my wife could attest for this, I was almost near a nervous breakdown. I was shaking at work. I was almost going to like go on some kind of anti-anxiety drug. I mean, it was that crazy after a year. And it was insane. He was just a monster. Everybody used to talk about him behind his back, but when they were in front of him, they would kiss his ass. They were scared. But me, I don't have that in me. I'm sorry, I can't. And just because I didn't kiss his ass, and when he said jump, and I didn't say how high, he was like, oh, Rich is not falling in line with the agenda, okay? So what ended up happening was we were arguing. Literally, listen, people, this was a big-size corporate organization. I'm not going to say any names, whatever. I've been done with them for a long time. But what happened was this. We're going down. We're literally fighting in the hallways as he's taking me to HR, okay? And it was funny. And all of a sudden we go in an elevator and there's people in there and we're like quiet for a second. It was funny, right? All of a sudden, push came to shove. We don't even make it to HR. If this was filmed on YouTube, it would have been millions. But forget, I think I could have got famous off that one video if someone filmed it, right? So picture the picture here. Get the picture. We're arguing, screaming at each other, going down to HR. Because at this time, I know my job. Either he's going to get me a big warning, and I'm like, you know what? I'm burning this bridge down, and I ain't walking back over it because I'm done with this place. I'm done. So before we even get down there, I told him straight out. I said, you think I'm going to take your shit like everybody else's? You could go boop yourself. And you know what that word is, okay? I did say that to him because I'm like, this is done. The idiot is still taking me down to HR after I just cursed him back. He's a whack job, right? This happened. This is part of my life here. This is my story. All right? But what happened was at that very moment, everybody, now looking back, what I realized, first of all, anyway, I gave him, I'm like, he said one final thing to me. I'm like, you know what? I was shaken. I said, here's my ID badge. Here's my ID badge. Let me leave in peace. Because I was literally, he was pushing my buttons so bad, everybody, I was literally going to kick his ass. Like, I'm like, town was Parsippany. I said, you know what? I better get out of here because I'm going to get arrested by the Parsippany police soon. Because this guy's pushing me like he doesn't realize I'll throw him off the second floor, you know, balcony where we were at waiting for the elevator. Like I'm like really scared and nervous and mad at the same time. So I said, here's my ID. I'm leaving. Let me get my personal things at my desk and leave. So I do that. He's like, okay, you can leave in peace, with his accent. Hey, Bobby, what's up, buddy? If you're catching this on the replay, man, you got to listen to this. So what I realized in that moment, nothing. Now, I quit this job without another job. No money coming in at home. You know, I was the only wage earner at the time, right? I'm the only one working at the time, right? Working, my daughter, I quit, everybody, without another job. I got a job 2 days later. The good Lord protected me. It was the right thing to do. The right thing to do. Because any of you out there suffering with a micromanager and he pushes you, listen, nothing on this planet is worth losing your sanity for. Very few things, very, very few things, all right? A job is not worth losing your sanity over. It is not life and death. It's not getting a tumor on your liver. It's not being told you got 5 months to live, okay? It's just not. That's the way it is, okay? Everybody's got to get over this. I still see this every day. I'm like, you know what? As long as you're doing your best job, you can't control whether you're like a number at the top and they say, you know what? Let Rich go. Let that one go. Let Jane go. Let Johnny go. Frank. That's it. So the whole moral of this story of the Corporate Burnout Chronicles is, you know what? At that time, I didn't realize I didn't even have a paradigm shift. I didn't even have a why back then. I was just wanted to get into a nice, comfortable 9-to-5 job in my career, not really loving what I'm doing, okay? Not even really loving it. And then, you know, and not having a micromanager up my ass every second, driving me to want to like just die and not wake up the next morning, because that's where you get to. That's where you get to in life, okay? That's what it is. If you're doing something you hate and then you have a bastard boss that's reminding you every second that, you know what, I'm just going to make you a little more miserable. I'm going to do it to you just a little bit more, just to turn in your ulcer and put some gasoline in it. And I'm telling you, that's exactly what it is, all right? So let this be a lesson. If you're catching this on the replay, like I said, please, thank you, share it, like it. People need to hear this message, and you will enjoy this, because this was like, I don't even think my story, like me telling you, could do it justice. If you've seen this, your mouth would drop. And I'm like, here it is. I give him my ID badge, my corporate ID badge, and I'm out. So at that point in time, I didn't realize, you know what? I'm like, this ain't worth it. I'm trying to provide for my family, put food on the table. And this guy is driving me literally to a nervous breakdown, doing everything he says, trying to meet deadlines on projects. And then he says, oh, we don't need that anymore. Then laughs in my face. Are you kidding me? If this was on the street, this guy would have been rear naked, choked, asleep. I would have gave him the best sleep in his life. But anyway, it's funny. A year later, believe it or not, I was just feeling forgiveness and everything, and I actually emailed this ex-boss. It's funny. I wasn't going to say this. And I said, listen, man, I'm sorry how things went, and, you know, sorry how it went down. And he's like, oh, Rich, how you doing? He goes, yeah, I'm sorry, too, how it went down. Isn't that something? It was like 2 years later I emailed this guy, because I was just feeling like I got to let go of some hatred. I got to let go of this in my soul. You know what I mean? So everybody, I hope this blesses you. If you want to join my mastermind workshop, I'm going to be talking all about this stuff, and how a limited mindset, how when your goals and your purpose and your why is all screwed up, you don't even know you got a why in your life. You know what I mean? I'm going to help you through all of this. It's a $70 monthly program fee, monthly subscription. I might go 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It depends how it grows. You know what I mean? So everybody, if you're catching this on the replay, please give me a like, give me a share. I appreciate it. A love. Take it easy. Bye-bye.